Comfort Click belt is a ratcheted leather belt that can supposedly give you the perfect fit every time, all the time. But does it really work? That's what I'm going to find out in my review of Comfort Click belt. The commercials for Comfort Click belt state that it's a new type of belt that allows you to adjust it on the fly. You don't have to take the belt off. It has much smaller increments than the typical belt. These use a ratcheted system where you can micro adjust it every 1/4 of an inch. So when you open the packaging, you get your belt, and the belt buckle is not attached. What they want you to do is to determine your own belt size by putting it around your waist. On the back side, it has numbers which tell you what your waist size is, and then it wants you to add 2 inches to that and then cut off the rest. And the instructions note that it's important to double check to make sure you're not cutting off too short. So I measured myself and it shows me to be a 34-inch waist, which means I should cut it at the 36 mark. I'm a little nervous doing that because it just seems like there's not a lot of extra room for me, so I'm going to try it at the 38-inch mark. And if I do feel that I have too much room, I can always go back and recut it. And I just want to be safe because it seems like 2 inches isn't really a lot. But that's what the instructions state. I'm going to go 4 inches. I'm going to cut the belt at the appropriate spot, and then we're going to see how it works. The key to Comfort Click belt is a quick release system. On the buckle itself, you raise this up when you want to adjust it, and then you lower it back down and it kind of locks into place. The belt is not particularly wide. I would say the material is of an average quality. It comes in black or brown. I would have preferred the black, but I couldn't find one in local stores, so I picked up the brown. I would prefer black, didn't find it, so brown it is. It can be adjusted to fit sizes 28 to 48. If you're size 48, you don't have to do any cutting. I don't usually wear a belt, but when I do, this one looks about as good as any of the other ones I have, and it's actually pretty easy to put on and take off. I probably didn't need to leave the extra 2 inches. I might actually take those off because it looks like they already accounted for that. So far, Comfort Click belt seems to work about as advertised. The only thing I can think of is that when you tighten it, there's a loud clicking sound if you don't use both hands. So you could alert all of your friends nearby that you're adjusting your belt with that loud clicking sound. Other than that, it's actually pretty cool. It's competitively priced. I think if you're looking for a belt, this might be one you'd want to consider. Certainly not a bad product in my opinion. The only minor complaint I have is that it might be a little loud. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it's when you tighten it, there is sort of a ratchety sound. you're sitting at a table, you want to tighten your belt, everybody's going to know. So you're going to have to reach both hands down to lift up the buckle in order to do it quietly. It's a minor complaint, but something worth pointing out. One thing I've noticed is that you can actually tighten it without opening up the buckle, which I'm not sure if it's supposed to be that way, but when you pull it, it'll tighten, but you can't untighten it the same way. Maybe a design flaw, maybe a design feature, not sure, not really a big deal, but something worth mentioning, that when you just pull on it, it does tighten, and you have to lift it to untighten it. Comfort Click belt is made in China, and the back of the belt states that it is leather with simulated grain coating. That doesn't mean anything to me, but if it does to you, it's worth knowing. Have you used Comfort Click belt? Because I want to hear what you think. Your opinions might be different than mine. Or if you have any questions, I'll be happy to try to answer them for you. And if you found this video at all helpful, I would appreciate a subscribe so I can continue to bring you As Seen on TV products in the future. Until next time, this is James White from Frequent Reviews. Thank you.